I made a video on the DJI Action 2 remote control with both of my Action 3s. I had a lot of people actually ask me, how does that work with the Action 4? So here I'm going to run a few tests with the DJI Action 2 remote control so you can see it for yourself. So first what I'll do is I'll turn on one Action 3. We will turn the remote on, the DJI Action 2 remote control. It'll start looking, and when it finds it, which it has, I get a 1. I'll click that button, then I'll get an OK. And then we're ready to go. You'll notice on this particular camera, the Action 3, if you look there, there's a green light, a little green light. That means we're not recording. When that light is flashing red, we're recording. So now I'm going to click this once, and you'll notice it's actually flashing red, which means we're recording. Click it one more time, and it automatically shuts off and turns to green. So with the Action 3, with one click on, one click off, it works. So that's really nice. Now, in my last video, when I went to turn off multiple cameras, it kept erroring out. But I had somebody comment, and actually we found a fix for that. So now I'm going to turn on the Action 4. We're going to turn off the DJI Action 2 remote control so it's off. And then we're going to turn it back on, and it's going to look for the Action 4. When it finds the Action 4, it'll put a 1 there. Click the red button again, and now we found it. So now the DJI Action 4, which is this one here, you can see the green dot right there, is working. So we're going to click this once, and you'll see it's flashing red there. So that means the DJI Action 4 is working with the DJI Action 2 remote control. Awesome, right guys? So now we're going to click it one time. Does the red light turn back to green? Yes, it does. So it stops recording. So when you're connecting to one camera with the DJI Action 2 remote control, it works fine. Perfectly is what it does. So now I'm going to turn on these other cameras, and we're going to go for a heavy test. And we're going to turn this off. So the DJI Action 2 remote control is off. We have 2 DJI Action 3s, 1 DJI Action 4. This does not work with the very first action camera that came out. So now we're going to push the red button to turn on, and it's going to start trying to connect. And I'm going to see camera 1, camera 2 at 3. It goes by 2 pretty quick. Once you see the 3, click the red button, and now we are connected to all 3 cameras. Now, if you pay attention with the cameras here, okay, this camera has a green light right there, okay. The Action 4 has the green light right there, and this one has one right there. So are you looking at all those green lights? When we hit record, all should start recording. We click it, we've got them all recording. All 3 cameras are flashing a red light, and you can't see this, but in the screen, I see a little red block in it. So the DJI 4 is recording, the DJI 3s are recording with the DJI Action 2 remote control, which is awesome. In my last video, I had done a test where if you push the button one time, I was actually getting an error, and it would not shut the cameras off whatsoever. Somebody actually wrote me a comment and said you need to press the button quickly. So if I take this red button and watch the flashing lights, they're going to change, and I do a double click, all of a sudden they all turned off and went to green. Do you see that? So when you have multiple cameras connected to your DJI 2 remote control, you have to do a double click to exit. Let's do that one more time. Click it once. They're all going to start recording. You'll see the flashing red lights on all of them. DJI Action 4 works just fine with the DJI Action 2 remote control. So now I'm going to double click this button and all the red lights are going to stop. And now all the cameras have changed to green lights. So they're not recording. So the DJI Action 2 remote control does work with the Action 4. It does work with the Action 3. It does work with multiple cameras. So if you're looking for, if you have Action 3s and you only have one Action 4 like I have here, then you want to pick up the DJI Action 2 remote control. And I'll have a link in the bottom. They do make a remote control for the 4 that runs off GPS and everything. But if you got Action 3s, it don't work with it. Only the DJI Action 2 remote control works with all of them. So to me, it's the better buy. Now, the DJI Action 2 remote control comes with an extension rod, which allows you to connect the camera and extend it like a selfie stick, and then this connects to the bottom. Problem, my cages are heavy that go on my cameras, and that selfie stick is too light to put these cameras on. Really, all you're going to use is this. Now, I wish this would have been in the form of a watch band. I really do. But I've connected a piece of rope to it. There is a hole on the sides here, as you can see. And I put this around my neck when I'm using it. By having the rope on it, I don't lose it. I probably should have a fluorescent orange. I'll have to look around and see if I have one. If not, maybe I'll buy one to make it easier. So when I am out camping and I'm taking video with 3 different cameras, I don't accidentally drop it in the leaves and lose it. And that's the biggest thing because of how tiny it is. I may even just paint it and see so you can spot it easier with some fluorescent paint. So let's run it again. We'll push the button once. The Action 4 is recording, the Action 3 is recording, and the other Action 3 is recording. All 3 cameras are recording with the DJI Action 2 remote control. Double click to shut them off. 1, 2. And now all 3 cameras shut up automatically. If I had a 4th or I had a 5th, I forget exactly how many cameras you can have. 11, 12, you're going to have to look at the specs. But you can have quite a few of these cameras connected in one shot. I can move these cameras around. I can click my button and now get different shots of everything, really giving myself a pretty cool editing from each camera that I can bring in with whatever editing software you're using. Last time, 1 click, the Action 4 does work, the Action 3 does work. You see the flashing lights, they're all recording. Double click, they all shut off, and life is good. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.